Hello neighbor, this is Curt at etrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Thule T2 Pro XTR bike rack on a 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Now if you have any experience with this bike rack at all, please share them in the comments below. We'd love to share your stories with other neighbors so that they can make the best decision for themselves. Now let's have a look at this bike rack. The T2 Pro XTR is a premium bike rack option that is very sturdy and very simple to use. It's from a trusted company in Thule. They're one of the leaders and have been for a long time in car accessories such as bike racks and roof racks. So the quality of this is really up towards the top. And I mentioned ease of use. It is a wheel mount. So being a wheel mount, if you have fenders, this may not be the bike rack for you, but as far as how easy it is to use, you see that there is an arm that comes up and attaches here. I'll show you exactly how that operates with the empty one here. So there's a little button to push in the back that'll allow you to adjust this hook up and down in order to latch onto the tire and keep it sturdy. There is an extra security feature here that you could pull out, wrap around the bike at a good point, and then secure right here. There is a key under there that you can use to lock that down. And Thule has the ability to make all of the locks on your rack, along with some of your other Thule accessories, to use the same key. Another great thing from Thule that just makes everything so much easier to use. There is a tilt feature to this, which is very important because on the Tacoma, we have a tailgate that if we have a tonneau cover or a camper shell and we don't have easy access to the bed, we want to be able to get in there, so this will tilt away and allow us to do that. It'll also fold up to the back, so you get some more clearance back here when you're trying to park when you don't have any bikes loaded. The cradles have an 18-inch long ratchet strap that can be adjusted to go around tires up to 5 inches wide. So the tire cradles will hold tires that wide as well. They'll simply ratchet down into place, and you can just slide them back and forth as needed to cover different wheelbases on your bikes. Now, we have a 60-pound weight capacity for each bike that you have up here, so there would be e-bikes on the market that you'd be able to get on this as well. Now, I mentioned the tilt-down feature, and I'd like to demonstrate that for you now so we can get access to our truck bed. You're simply going to go by this handle here, pull back, lower it down, and this particular rack tilts away enough that it will actually allow us to completely clear the tailgate. So it's not touching anywhere, whether it's underneath or out here, whether you have bikes on the rack or not. We've got full access into our truck bed using this tilt-down feature. Let me go ahead and demonstrate just how easy it is to load and unload your bikes using this bike rack. We're going to go right back here to our wheel strap, and we're going to pop that in and get that strap out of the way. Always do this part first. Don't do the support arm first, because this is what's basically keeping your bike upright at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and lift up on that, clear that down. And because we don't have a big central post blocking the way like a lot of bike racks do, we're able to either bring this out to either side or straight out this way, which I think would be easiest. So if you have two bikes on here, unload this one first. It'll make loading the back one that much easier. Get it right off, and we're able to go on our ride. Once we've got the bikes unloaded, we're going to go ahead and take this arm, because it does stick out fairly long way on the side of the vehicle. We'll bring it right over here, get it down flat. We're going to stow our straps. And there we have it. Now, while we have it in the down position, it's always a good idea just to see what kind of measurements and clearances we have. So I'm going to take a measurement here just to see how much space behind the vehicle this is actually taking up on us. And we'll do that by going from the end of it here to this bumper, which gives us a measurement of about 38 3/4 inches. So bear that in mind whenever you're looking for a place to park or back into. When you do have the bikes on here, you're going to have that 38 to 39 inches added back here, so we just want you to be mindful. Now, it's also a good idea to know what kind of ground clearance you're going to have with this too. So we're going to measure that by going from the furthest away spot and just measuring down to get that clearance. This is going to give us a clearance to this point here of about 28 inches, and it's a pretty good amount of ground clearance. I wouldn't be feeling apprehensive about bottoming out or anything like that at all. Even on a pretty significant incline, we should be okay with this. Now, I mentioned earlier that we have a stowaway position for this, so when the bikes aren't on it, we're able to take a lot of this extra length off and make parking and maneuvering a little bit easier. To do that, we're going to activate the same handle that we used for the tilt down feature. We're just going to take it in the opposite direction, right up into that stowaway position. Now, rather than having that 38 to 39 inches coming off the back, we're actually going to be looking at closer to 18 inches off the back. So a significant amount that we took off the back here to help again in those tighter spaces with any parking or anything like that. While we have it up in the stowed position like this, you'll notice that we have really good visibility on our tail lights. So brake light, turn signals, running lights, those are all going to be seen just fine by other drivers on the road. However, we are going to get pretty much the entire license plate is going to be blocked, and you're really not going to have a whole lot of use for your rear view camera in this. So it is, again, going to be important to know just how much extra room this is taking up in the back, only because you're going to have a bit more limited visibility without that backup camera. Let's talk a little about installing and uninstalling this into your hitch. Now, you're not going to need a hitch pin for this. This actually comes with this arm that'll maneuver in and out and lock down by tightening this knob here. So you can loosen and tighten that arm using this knob, which also comes with a key core. We mentioned that you can get everything key-to-like with your Thule systems earlier. So there's a key core here to keep the hitch in place for added security. So once this knob gets loosened up some, we'll be able to take the arm out and remove it from the hitch. This is a fairly heavy rack at 52 pounds, and it needs to be sturdy in order to hold that weight capacity of two 60-pound bikes. Thankfully, Thule was nice enough to add wheels to this so that once we get it off, we're able to maneuver it very easily into whatever area we'd like to store it. So there's a look at the Thule T2 Pro XTR bike rack on our 2024 Toyota Tacoma. I'm Curt at eTrailer. Thanks for stopping by.